Podcast, we are live, 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 alive, 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 we are live. It's the VeganSteven Podcast, VeganSteven Podcast, VeganSteven Podcast, we are live, 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 live. What are we, people? We are live. Alright. Yesterday you had to get the old sad tissues ready. Today you got to get the old angry tissues out. I don't know what an angry tissue looks like, but it's time to get them out. That's right, this is live. Live flipping everywhere. Oh, that's a nasty ass cup of coffee. Got cold. Oh. Alright, here we go. Fuck that. Where's my guitar sound out of tune? VeganSteven Podcast is the parody of a podcast. VeganSteven is a fictional character. All guests are allegedly fictional characters. All characters and events in this show, even those based on real people, are entirely fictional. All celebrity voices are impersonated poorly. The following program contains coarse language and due to its content should not be viewed by anyone. Woo! Oh, the guitar is definitely 100% out of tune. Alright, today we got a review of the new season of Young Offenders. I'm going to sing a little song for you about advertising. And then we're going to talk a little bit more about some things. Oh. Alright, any moment, hold on to those cotton socks of yours. Have I mentioned that you look particularly gorgeous this morning? Have I? Because you do. It's just something about you. You know what you're doing. Give praise to that Lord Almighty water. Now, alright, we're still good. Alright. Oh, self-love, but not that kind of self-love. Can you tell I'm nervous? Oh my... Are you guys nervous as well for the song? In case it's not good. Why is this guitar? Okay, we're nearly there, people. We're nearly there. Alright, here we are. You close-minded prick, you're dragging us down. Television's brainwashing us down. You're making me insecure. No one is like that. A sick culture. Keep your product, we're not inferior. There's always an excuse to smoke. I drink to the poverty, wealth divide the ads, abuse my heart, choking till I cough, swallow and die. Building obsolescence, combat, pushing insurance, I've had it. You close-minded prick, you're dragging us down. Television's brainwashing us down. Ethics will make you broke, as if it was a selfish hope. The fool's foot is on my throat. I'll kick and scream until I bite. There's a man in every woman and a woman in every man. The religion hates the women, so traditions have to die first. Built-in obsolescence command, pushing insurance. Stressed out, stressed out, stressed out, stressed out. You close-minded prick, you're dragging us down. Television's brainwashing us down. The ads tell you what you want. 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 You close-minded prick, you're dragging us down. Sing along. Television's brainwashing us down, down. Ads, 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 ads. Ads, 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 ads. Woo! That's right, this is the VeganSteven podcast. That was a little song, possibly a single coming out. It's all recorded and ready to go. The single's finished, full band production. I play all the instruments and all that on the recording. Yeah, so that's you guys might say what single you want, and then I'll give it to you, because I'm sitting on millions of singles from my back catalogue. I'm quite prolific creatively, so you can imagine. Alright, so we're going to have a little chat today about, there's a new TV show out. We might be talking about Derry Girls. I love that TV show. Irish kind of TV show set in kind of Belfast, Donegal or one of them places. Kind of up the top of Ireland, in between where the kind of troubles happened, which is when Northern Ireland and Ireland were like having a shouting match or something. Anyway, we'll move swiftly on because that's controversial. So yeah, we'll talk about young offenders for a little minute. We'll talk about Derry Girls for a minute, and then if we have time, we'll talk about advertising. That's what this song is all about, advertising. I've already done some episodes on advertising. That's why I don't want to talk too much about it, just because I don't like repeating myself. If you wanna hear about advertising, check out the other episodes. So I think I put a lot of work into every line in this song, so I think I might just go through what each one means just for the critic. So you're making me insecure. No one is like that. Means it's when you see an ad and it's like this perfect family, and then you're like, oh fuck, why can't I be that perfect? But it's made that way to make you insecure. It's playing off your own insecurities. And subconsciously it's suggesting that if you, oh Jesus, buy their house insurance or whatever it is they're selling, the bottle of milk, that you will be a happy family. So you're making me insecure. No one is like that. A sick culture. Keep your product. Something like that. So it's just saying, it's just giving out about the old advertising a little bit. It's having an old There's always an excuse to smoke. I drink to the wealth poverty divide. That's comment on some things going on. Yeah. Sure, it's about some stuff, and we'll talk about that. Alright, it's all in the lyrics, baby. Right, moving on. Young Offenders. Watched season 2 there last night. It's about two lads. I think they're from Cork, and they're just like, you know, one of them's I'm guessing they're maybe around 16 or something, and the business campaign for releasing the film was so good because they released it for free on YouTube to get people hyped up and stuff, and also at the cinema at the same time. It's one of those. It's like the Irish version of Skins. Do you know Skins, that Unreal TV show they had in England? It's like the Irish version of that, in a way. It's just like what it was like for two lads growing up, and they have no money saved to rob bikes, and it's now a good time to have a Red Bull. I mean, a nothing bull. Just because of advertising laws. Yeah, it's really interesting though, because you know it deals with a lot of issues which everyone had in Ireland. That's what it's so good. The two, as far as I know, both Derry girls, I consider them kind of two sides of the same coin. Derry girls is like kind of a girl's perspective on Ireland, in a way, and I'm talking kind of shite here, but just bear with me. I'm just making this up as I go along. Just a lad in the shed. So Derry Girls and Derry Girls is about, you know, 4 girls and a lad, and they're just growing up in an all girls school, and they go on during the Troubles. So you kind of see Tommy Tiernan's in it, one of my favourite comedians. Has a minor role in it. Basically, the writing is very, you know, kind of controversial and so on, because they have stuff like dogs pissing on holy statues and stuff like that. And all sorts of stuff. They make kind of jokes about, like, indirectly about like the IRA and bombings, but they just kind of show a human reaction to these events. Yeah, I don't know. It's really good. Derry Girls are fucking top notch. I think they've got 2 seasons out, possibly making the 3rd. It's just really relatable, because I think it might be, you can hear loads of music in it that we heard growing up, like, from in Ireland. It's nostalgia city. It's full of nostalgia, and I can imagine people my age being like showing their kids it, and they'd be like, "This is what I was like growing up." So it's like a nice insight into history, because I don't really understand all these trouble, you know, the big fight between Ireland and Northern Ireland in some regards, because I wasn't there, but it kind of in a colloquial sense, and is a lot of idioms as well, which is kind of how people talk to each other back then, and so on. Yeah, and what's that flipping show called? Young Offenders. In Young Offenders, they do a lot of things, you know, like teenage pregnancy. One of the 2 boys in it from Cork gets a girl pregnant. It deals with drugs. The 2 lads are smoking a marijuana joint, and they get chased by the guards. They get robbed by, you know, other people in the area. They show how hard it is to start up a new business. For 2 young lads, they start a fish and chip shop, and they show how hard it is, you know, to start a new business, because they want to get out of, they want to provide for their kid, because one of them has a new kid. He's like 16 and he has a kid on the way, so he does stuff like shoplift, you know, nappies for the kid, and it shows how they just how they feel about it, and how, like, they have to learn. There's a learning curve, and being like a teenager and having a baby look after, like, they and it goes into, like, the dad, not like, played by PJ Gallagher, how much the conflict between the boy who got his daughter pregnant and the father of the daughter, if you know what I mean. So just to reiterate on that, PJ Gallagher, a comedian, is playing the father of the daughter who got pregnant. So that's kind of over here. So you got the dad who's the principal and the daughter who's pregnant, and then over here you have the main kind of characters, which is two lads from Cork, and one of them got the daughter pregnant. So you can imagine the friction there, and the dad is also the principal of the two lads from Cork or whatever. So there's loads of room there for conflict and resolution, which is usually the main how stories work in a way. At the start of the story, there's a need for change, there's conflict, and by the end of it, there's resolution in some regard. It's a fundamental, integral part of storytelling, conflict and resolution. Another show I like in the same vein is Damo and Ivor, the film, but that's kind of drifting a bit. That's kind of getting into a different area, but it kind of goes into the wealth kind of poverty divide in Ireland. They touch on what it's like to grow up in a low income family, what it's like to grow up in a high income family, and all the different ways that they look on the same things. And I think in the Damo and Ivor, they're both twins in Ireland. So I think one of them may have roots in the settled traveller community and so on, and the other one may do stuff like private school and rugby, and I can't remember the details. I saw it a few years ago, but it's just really interesting to see creators' spin on Ireland and Irish culture. And how I always find it hilarious when Ireland tries to keep up with the times. Like, did you hear what they're doing in England now? They're doing this mad thing. Oh jeez, we should try that. And then the Irish people just get their fucking arseways. But like, everyone fucks up the first time. But yeah, I don't know. It's getting harder and harder to walk around Ireland without breaking your shit laughing. Because Ireland is just hilarious. I don't know. I really enjoy the homeland. All right, what have we got going on here? Oh, that's the lyrics of the song. Yeah, I haven't played this song in ages, so it's like normally VeganSteven just kind of improvise, just kind of does it from memory, but I really couldn't remember this song because I haven't played it in a little while, so I had to write out some notes for the lyrics there. So I cheated a bit. Alright, this is the VeganSteven podcast, the #1 vegan podcast promoting positive mental health. It's not just for vegans, it's every day. I am your host, VeganSteven. We are currently live everywhere. YouTube, Instagram. This episode will be available on Spotify, iTunes, and all the gorgeous things for you gorgeous people. That's the sound of you enjoying the podcast. Tasty. Alright, it's the 4th of the 12th, 2019. 4th, I think that's Jay-Z's birthday. 4th of December. I could be wrong. Today's date is... I just read that, so enjoy that. House Party Tour coming up. All the music is free. Buy the all merch. Hats €2. We got Create Now guitars. We got cups for sale. We got all the things. We got fucking all the merch. VeganSteven is believes in selling out and making it big. Was it I can't remember. I'm just thinking of starting like a Kickstarter that, you know, is it's one of those things. One of the producers of the show was telling me this morning I need to start a Patreon. So I don't know. I'll get around to that at some stage. I'm still hoarding fans. You know yourself. How you getting on, B Slats? You're a fucking legend. Bombaz, how you getting on? How much for 3 hats? Now in theory that would be €600, but in theory, so maybe if 3 of your mates go in, do you know what? For you, I'll make you a deal. For you're getting the extra one for free or something. So I'll give you 4 hats for the price of 3. How's that sound? And if you buy them in the next 24 days, I'm not sure how many days it is till Christmas, they're only €100 each. So absolute bargain. Absolute. Mwah. Taste the resistance. Let me know what you wanna talk about, hot topics, and I will do that. And in the meantime, while you guys are getting ready to tell me what you guys want to talk about, this is your own mental health time. So this is your time to say, that lad slagged me in school today, or whatever's on your mind. Here you go. Woo! My girlfriend doesn't love me. I'm not sure how I feel about men. I touched that lad in the jacuzzi. Alright, let it all out. This is the Pope's confession box. De-stress. Free therapy, baby. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, time's up. Mental health is expensive. So far we're doing a comparative study between how Irish culture is depicted in current TV shows, alright? So we're having a little look-see at some of my favourite shows personally. Just what turns me on, which is Damo and Ivor, Derry Girls, and the final one is, you guessed it, because I can't remember, Young Offenders. So we got Young Offenders here. Let's see how we're getting on. Very good. I like it all. Young Offenders. Brilliant. Got the old Wikipedia up there. Derry Girls. Let's get that one out. Derry Girls. And finally, what's that show called? Damo and Ivor. Alright, here we go. So we're going to have a little look and compare these. Sorry, I think I just burped into the microphone there. That must be absolutely disgusting. Sorry about that. There's nothing worse. Can you imagine just like... Oh. Alright. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're as pumped as I am. We're having a look at some Irish TV shows, how they depict Irish culture, alright? So Derry Girls kind of set in the Troubles in Ireland. Let's have a look. Let's see what's going on here, okay? So we're on the old Wikipedia page for Young Offenders, and it's oh my god, will you ever... Okay, here we go. Let's see. Let's have a little look and see what's going on here. So there's 2 seasons starring Alex Murphy and Chris Wally, based on a book. It's a sitcom. It's been on RTE2 and now I think it's on BBC 3. Series 1's 2018, season 2 2019. But yeah, it's a good job. We got some recurring cast production. Let's see if there's any other little tasty bits of information here that we can sink our teeth into. La 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 la. Yeah, the old PJ Gallagher's on it. He's good. It's an Irish coming of age sitcom. Okay, so I think these are kind of coming of age programs that I'm referencing. Prior to successful 6 episodes, yeah, okay. Okay, here it says the series. This is what it's about. The series follows the adventures of criminalized lives of Cork-based teenagers Conor McSweeney, played by Alex Murphy, and Jock O'Caffey, Chris Wally. Although criminals, the boys have both deep feelings about certain views, which Conor says at the end of each episode, giving views on a message about day-to-day life and how it can make people happier. That's pretty cool. Each episode's 30 minutes. Yeah, so that gets the vegan seal of approval, which is very, very hard to get. And now we're going to have a little look at Dairy Girls. So, Young Offenders is 2 lads in Cork, and I couldn't remember where. I don't know if you guys remember earlier in the show, but I was like, Dairy Girls. It's set in some county like Limerick or County Down or Donegal, and the show is called Dairy Girls. Oh my flip! So I'm having a blonde moment. Maybe I'm secretly a blonde. Who knows? All right, here we go. So Dairy Girls. These are okay. Let's see what it says. Dairy Girls is a Northern Irish sitcom created and written by Lisa McGee. Alright, nice one, fair play to you. Produced by Hat-Trick Productions, I like that pun. Set in Derry, Northern Ireland in the 1990s. Okay, so that's what I mean by going back in time. The first series was broadcast in January 2018. Grand Channel 4, how are you getting on? I think both these shows are on Netflix or whatever. A third show has been commissioned for 2020. Synopsis. They all attended Catholic girls' school. Okay, so it's what it was like to be in Derry in the 1990s in a Catholic girls' school. Alright? So that's what it's about. And they all have their own like things going on. Some of them are question their... Yeah, it's just coming of age. Like, they're all like having their first kiss and all that things. Apparently, I'm really bad at telling how old people are, but apparently people were giving out that the actresses look too old to be teenagers. I thought they were looking too young. I was afraid to look them up on the internet because I was afraid, they might be whatever. Anyway, moving very swiftly on. I don't know if you guys have heard of this, but I stumbled across this last night on the internet. A pornography film. Now, I don't know if you guys know what a pornography film is, but I was watching one of those pornography films last night for the first time ever, because as you know, VeganSteven is a saint. Sure, he practiced devil worship, but and sure, he says he'll give your kids cancer, but sure, look, no one's perfect. So as there was, mind my own business, watching a porn, and there was an option, right, for subtitles on the porn film, and I was just in complete shock. I was just like, is this real life? Like, is this happening? Do you know what I mean? Subtitles on a porn film. I don't know. I'm just asking questions. There's a slight hiccup here with the main camera, but we're staying on it. We're still going. We're still recording, my love. And once we get this whole technical difficulty out of the way, it's gonna be very great. I can confirm that the camera 1 has shut itself. Are we worried? No, because we are professionals here at VeganSteven Industries. Oh, it'd be so handy to have some employee lad to do all this for me. Here's one of my songs while you're waiting. My God, the sound quality is awful, isn't it? Jeez, it's all distorted and everything. But sure, look, this is the song I was trying to sing for you earlier. Can I plug this into the speakers or something? Anyway, just getting set up here. Okay. Stay with us, people. It's all good. Make you broke as if they were a hellfish hell. What is on my throat? I'm gonna go for the emergency camera. Emergency camera. Hey, my love, yeah. Come back. It's telling you what they want. Okay, we're back. Alright, we're back. We're all good people. Oh, the song keeps going. Alright, we're back. We have a different camera, but it's okay. We okay. We're gonna get through this, people. We're gonna get through it. Alright. So we're talking about young offenders. And the main camera has shot the bed. But, oh yeah. This is the VeganSteven podcast. VeganSteven is the king of consistency. Here we go. Still good. We're still live. We're still good. Jeepers, it's getting warm in here. Alright. The glasses are coming off. It's getting serious. We're going to take a little break. We're going to find out what's trending on YouTube today. Apparently there's a lad in the toy show who's into knitting. What else is he up to? My sister was telling me there. She's into knitting. He's into knitting, and he knows Irish shandos dancing, and apparently he stole everyone's hearts there on the toy show, on the old RTE there. All right, what's trending, baby? What are people getting up to? X Factor UK, Pussycat Dolls reunite and perform new song React. Final X Factor. Oh Jesus! Right, all right, they're really into it. It's not about the music, and it never was. Alright, here we go. Moving on. Marvel Studios, Black Widow. Oh, constant entertainment I get from being dyslexic. It's a comedy gold. Alright. In case you don't know why some videos have 18 million views, what they do is they get these big warehouses and they're full of like laptops, and what they do is they bounce the signal off these satellites. It's called like VPNs, I think. So listen, say you ever released a video, right? This is what all these lads like Marvel Studios do. If you're ever wondering how the system works, this is how I can tell you a funny story. There's a band called Thin Lizzy, and they never had any Thin Lizzy never had any money because after every gig they have to pawn their instruments to buy more of their own CDs. Okay, this is going to sound a little bit complex, but this is how a lot of business works. You have to pretend you're really famous, and then people will just think new people will just go, oh, he's really famous, and then you actually become famous. Alright? It's like faking it till you make it on steroids. So, big band, Thin Lizzy, Phil Lynott. They came out with songs like a cover of Whiskey in the Jar. They came out with like Boys Back in Town, Emerald, one of my favourite songs, and so on. Alright, big band. Now, they have to sell their instruments after every gig, or pawn them or something, and then to buy their own CDs, alright? And then once they got big in the charts, then they'd buy their instruments back, play the show, and so on. They did a lot more things than this, but basically what they had to do was, okay, so someone releases their CD. Okay, Thin Lizzy released their CD. This is like a mini business lesson. Thin Lizzy released their CD. No one knows who they are. Now, what they do is the record label buys their CD, maybe 100,000 copies of their CD. They go into the shops, buy it. The shops can't keep the CD in the shops. It's constantly going out. The shops are buying more. They can't keep it in the shop. Why? Because Thin Lizzy are going in the shop and buying their own CD. Alright, so they're creating a fake supply and demand. Alright? Because no one can get the CD, and they're seeing in the charts, they're looking at the top 100, top of the pops or whatever the thing is, and they're seeing Thin Lizzy, number 1. Alright, and why are they number 1? Because they bought their own CD like 10,000 times. So meanwhile, they've got these stacks and stacks of CDs, and they can't get rid of them. This is how the music industry works. But don't be fooled, this is how a lot of industry works. Alright? VeganSteven, giving away all the secrets of money. What is he like? What's he going to do next? Alright, so Thin Lizzy are number 1 in the charts. Let's just say they have a song like Dancing in the Moonlight, or Boys Are Back in Town. Classic hits, right? But no one, alright, this is how they got big in the first place. Alright, so they're number 1 in the charts now, right? And they've got stacks and stacks of they've got like 10 gaps full of their own CD. Now, how do they sell that CD? Because they've got loads of the CD. They sell them at the gigs, and that's why CDs at gigs are so expensive. Because if the artist had to buy them out of the shop to get their record ranking higher, and then they still have the CD that they paid €10 for. So in order to make a profit off that CD they paid €10 for in the CD shop, they have to sell it for like €20 or something, because they have to pay for carting all these CDs around with them, because that costs money, and it's a whole fucking shit show. But this is how people kind of cheat into accelerating. So everyone sees that Thin Lizzy is the number 1 artist, and everyone must be buying the CD because you can't buy the CD anywhere. Alright, so people are thinking this song is being played on the radio night and day because they bribe the fucking DJs. That's how it works. Anyone who thinks bribing doesn't work is a fucking fool. Because it's like I said, if they don't bribe you on the front end by buying like a painting of the artist or whatever, like paintings, or they do on the back end through charity, or else they do it by like purchasing a car off the person and just buying it for an extravagant price, like paying. For example, how my work is, if someone wants to bribe me, they would buy, and I happen to be selling this lighter, alright? They would pay me like 20 grand for this lighter, and that way it's legal, alright? That's how a lot of this dodgy shit goes on. buying land off each other and all this shite, anyway. This is all corporate marketing. The dark arts of becoming a billionaire. Corporate marketing. Alright, so the modern version of, you know, buying your own CD, buying 10,000 copies of your own CD, is getting the views up on a video. Alright, so how does this work? Just like I said with Thin Lizzy, they have a hit single, right? And why do they have a hit single? Because they paid off the radio DJs to play it all the time. They created fake supply and demand by always buying up all their own CDs. They what the fuck else do they do? And then on top of that, they had a good song, so they had a whopper product. And on top of that, they look cool and all these bonus things. All right, having a great song is a great bonus, but you don't need a great song if your marketing is top notch. And you have that. Generally, you can tell if a song's good or not. I shouldn't even be telling you this gold information. This is kind of like top secret information. How are we getting on, lads? You're all looking well in the chat. I shouldn't even be telling you this top secret information, so I won't. I'll come back to you in a minute. Yeah. Anyway, sure, you can ask your questions below and we'll get them back onto them in the business episode. So here's how it works, right? So let's say Marvel releases a film and they want everyone to know about it, alright? So they just do what Thin Lizzy did. They play their own video. Like, I see here it's been up for 1 day and it has 18 million views. Okay, so that's obviously fake because there's no way it got 18 million views in 1 day. That was obviously paid advertisement and so on. But what they do is so 1 day ago they paid for views, and I'll go into how you actually do that. They paid for views and then it gets put up to number 1. Same thing as Thin Lizzy did, right? They watched their own video 18 million times. I'll tell you how they did it in a minute. But they watched their video 18 million times and now it's a top 1 and everyone goes, oh fuck, this must be really good because everyone else is watching it. And it's number 1. And there's loads of comments. A lot of them are just going, this is fucking shite. Why is this on my newsfeed? But it has like 18 billion comments or something. So like, Jesus, must be good. Alright, this is also called boy band theory. But anyway. So yeah, it's by Marvel. And you know, it really helps because they have a whopper product as well. Do you know what? Yeah, like, if they didn't have an awesome product that people already liked, it wouldn't be doing so well. Do you know what? So the marketing works a lot better if you have a good product, basically. If you have a shit product, it'll still work. But if you have a really good product, like they spend, generally how a lot of these projects work is when they're making the film Black Widow, they spend, say they have $1 million or something. I know they have a lot more than that. Say they've got €10 to make the film. They'll spend 1/3 of the €10, so that's, what's that, €3.30 on making the film, and then they'll spend the rest of the €10 on promoting the film, paying off DJs and all the rest of it. Alright, so here's how they buy their own CD in the digital world. Okay, is that obviously, like, it's been up for 1 day, it has 18 million views. There's Jesus. Alright, so it's all to do with human psychology. So here's how they actually pay for the views. So they open up these things in India called mostly, like, why am I saying India? Because India recently became a booming economy in the internet because it got really fast internet recently in the last few years. So this is how to make money off a booming internet economy that has a low minimum wage. So corporations love this kind of thing. Low minimum wage and whatever. That's why big corporations love recessions, because they don't have to pay their employees very much and they get benefits off the government to help subsidise the income. You can look at Kmart, you can look at, what's that, GameStop did it. Those are absolutely mad stuff, you know. Just when you look into how money works and how a lot of people don't really understand like what's going on. Like, I was having a conversation with someone this morning. They were saying, I was working at one of these franchises, you know, one of these coffee shops. I think it might have been it doesn't matter what one it was, but it was one of these, you know, ones that are in the coffee. They're all over the world. It's not like Starbucks. It's one of those kind of things on a smaller basis. Like, and you see them all over the world. This brand, like, it could be Insomnia, it could be any of those kind of things. Any of those kind of companies. It's a fictional show, a fictional character. It's all made up. All right, here we go. So you can buy a franchisee, all right, and what does that mean? It means you can pay them 30 grand and they will give you, or even 100 grand, and they will give you everything you need to open your own coffee shop. They'll give you like the coffee machine, the fucking, all the signs, all the foods, everything. And all you do is give them 100 grand up front, and then you give them money for all the products on top of that. So maybe you pay like them €1,000 a month, so, and they give you all the coffee beans you need and like serviettes and like all the things. All right, so basically you pay in and you own a percentage of the company, kind of, and then you basically get a right to start up your own coffee shop, and they give you all the things you need. So it's kind of like a how-to guide. I don't know. So basically, this guy was working, I can't mention his name anyway, but this guy was working in one of these coffee shops, right? And there's only like 1 to 2 people working in these coffee shops, because it's just like a franchisee thing. Normally how it works is a millionaire or something, or someone who has some money, just has a few extra grand, they're like, I don't know what to do with this, and someone says, invest it in coffee shop, and they go, I don't know how to do that, and they say, it's fine, just be a franchisee, they'll do all the work for you, you just have to pay someone to work there. Alright? So if you don't understand that, you get a license to open a coffee shop, and then you just pay for someone, you hire someone to work in the coffee shop, and then you just move to France or whatever and get your checks in the door. Alright, that's called a passive income, ladies and gentlemen, and that's the kind of business I would recommend for people. Even better, I'd recommend open it with a load of mates, and I'll owe them 10%, so none of you get wrecked when the coffee business goes down and the next bubble starts, because it's just a coffee bubble, baby. It's a coffee bubble. Coffee's good crack though. Alright, so we got the coffee bubble in. I guess we're having a little look at the old Damo and Ivor and see what they're up to. Damo and Ivor. Alright, do we have a Wikipedia? We do have a Wikipedia page. Alright, so comedy duo from Ireland, even though they're both the same person, I believe. Damo and Ivor was a comedy act consisting of Dublin stereotypes portrayed by Andrew Quirky. That is Quirky. The characters first appeared on Republic of Telly. Their musical parody Everybody's Drinking debuted the 6th position in the Irish singles. Yeah, alright. It's not really giving me a whole lot of... It's telling me how much, oh geez, lawsuit and everything, criticism. Alright, there you are. Alright, so apparently he was sued over allegedly stealing the song from the patent office, but sure, look. Alright, so they're not really telling me much about Damo and Ivor, but hopefully you got something out of that. So how does this whole thing work with the Marvel Studios and all that? Alright, so they have a video, they make the video. By the way, they also get different... They have one guy to make the movie and then one different guy to make the ad. And the ad usually has like a happy song in a minor key. And it usually has... In a world... Jack, I can't leave you. No! You must go now! No, Jack, no! and all that kind of and the screen goes black for ages and then it lights up again and there's people like, no. Man, trailers are fucking hilarious. Alright, so how did they get 18 million views in one day? Okay, so they open up, they have these big massive like warehouses or whatever. They have a load of people in it and they have a load of laptops or whatever, and they just watch the video on fucking loop for like 20 million hours, and they have this thing that bounces the server off different fucking, oh god, mirror bounces the thing, so they don't all know, so YouTube doesn't know where the views are coming from. They think they're coming from Russia 1 minute and then I think they're coming from America another minute, so it's just a way of manipulating the algorithm and system and so on. And then they can also pay for advertising on top of that. Like, it would have a certain amount of organic reach, but basically, yeah, it's like free. It's cheaper than paying for advertising in a lot of ways. Going to some of these countries, paying the minimum wage, and getting up to, you know, like, it might have gotten up to maybe 10 million views last night, and then once it got to that level rank of number one in the videos, then the organic reach takes over, which brings it up then just to get in front of everyone who likes Marvel's eyes, and then it might have gone up to 8 million overnight just because it was at number one. Everyone in the world seen it before any actual person had seen it. Alright, that's just like, and then you can bring in bots and droids, which are machines, to watch the video on loop, but they can be a little bit dodgy and get your account suspended and so on. But the thing is, once you're Marvel Entertainment, you can pay YouTube. You can pay YouTube some dollars, either on the front end or on the sneaky end in the smoking area when no one's looking at you. That's yourself. Yeah, YouTube have done some very ropey things over the years. Very ropey. But sure, we won't talk about that because I'm not going to bite the hand that feeds me. I'll praise... Oh, Stephen. James Watson, 15, says, Stephen? Alright, thanks for the comment. What else is trending? We got Liverpool. Seal Navy win. Alright. Liverpool 2-1. I'm not really that interested in football, so I'm not going to dwell on that. His health bar is enormous. We got images based on my house was robbed. I don't know what all this shite's about. PewDiePie might have had his house robbed. We got Taylor Swift at the American Music Awards. There she is. We got... Oh, that was fucking mental. Like, think about this, right? The Sky Christmas ad... E.T. came home for Christmas, right? Oh, no, that's not so much. Okay. Sky, they have a different advertising budget, obviously. They've got 500,000 views in 5 days for an ad. So this is building up. This is a slow builder because it's still building up. So maybe, you know, the Avengers ad is more of a deadline because maybe the film is out today or so in theaters May. Okay, I don't know what's going on with the Marvel thing, building hype. I don't know what's going on there. I'm just guessing what their business plan is. I don't know what their actual business plan is. I'm just comparing their business to business systems that I know and guessing what they're doing. So Sky Music Christmas ad is more of a slow build ad campaign because they got to build it up over like 30 days. So usually the best way to make advertising is make a quality product. As you see, they've paid a load of money to get the E.T. character on it. They must have rang up Spielberg and been like, here, guys, got E.T. there. And that would have much more organic reach. They may have done a deal with Spielberg saying, we'll give you 1 million for the exclusive rights to the E.T. film for 1 year. And we'll give you another 1 million if you let us advertise E.T. exclusively. Give us exclusive rights to advertise E.T. for the year as well. They always have these weird deals worked out to do with how they could maximise their profits, theoretically. I am a chunky turkey. There's a video out called I'm a Chunky Turkey. Alright, there you are. Ice skating Christmas huts. Terrible karaoke. Alright, so looks like people are singing songs while doing karaoke. That's what I got. I got pregnant from swimming with my friends. That's right. I got pregnant from swimming with my friends. My life is over. Bury me. I'm guessing this is a made up story because it's animated. But who knows? 18 hours ago. And it's got more views than... that's called Shock Factor. And, yeah, okay. A lot of the times they do stuff like VeganSteven where it's like a quote out of context. Black Friday was there a few days ago. So, what did you guys get? I don't know. We got short people problems versus problems. Oh, where's the coffee? Alright. So we're talking about Irish sitcoms today. We're talking about advertising in the theme of the song I played for you there, which is called Ads. And and all the things, you know, my love. I was watching a really funny video last night called Try Not to Laugh. Because every night I go, oh fuck, what am I going to do for the podcast? Like every night I get fucking nervous for the podcast, which is a great thing, you know, because I find as long as I don't look at I just looked at the clock there and I've only got 4 minutes left. But I find if I look at the clock and I see there's like a half an hour left, I start getting really worried. I'm like, oh my god, how am I going to talk for another half hour? But it's grand, like, you know. So Roy Keane had a cameo there in Young Offenders, and that's in the YouTube trending list there. We got the Joker versus Pennywise rap battle there. We got Prince Andrew and Epstein scandal, Newsnight interview, BBC, and we got 5 Steps Forward challenge, funny pranks and awkward situations by 123 Go. 123 is a very good number for 123 ABC are very good for marketing. So 123abc.ie and yeah. Why does it smell like paint in here? Must be this energy drink. Alright, here we go. Let's have a little look at the news. So yeah, that was Derry Girls, top show, some good Irish shows there, like I like them. Because normally the shows for Irish shows are very low budget, you know what I mean? So it can be, the writing has to be really top notch. Alright, what's going on in the world today? We're here at World News. Alright, Germany suspects Russian agents over Chechnyan exile killing. Alright, that's the Guardian, 22 hours ago. Iran state TV acknowledges deaths during unrest. That's BBC 22 hours ago. Excuse me. Elon Musk testifies in California. Pedo guy, that's a quote. Court case. Sure, we'll have a look at that for the crack. Really successful men have a reputation for being fucking creeps behind closed doors. But generally, the best actors like Tom Cruise, they're all unbelievably fucking nuts. Like, they're all absolutely crazy. But they're also the absolute best. So does that come with the field? I don't know. Apparently, people who are the best and top of their field are often a little bit crazy, a little bit very crazy. A very thin line between genius and crazy. Okay, here we go. Queen greets her NATO guests, but problems mount for absent son. The Guardian, 16 hours ago. Complaint. In case I forgot, the Queen of England's son. The Queen of England is on currency, by the way, like £5 notes and all this stuff. And her son may or may not be a pedophile, like, so. I don't know, it's just a bit mad. Alright, so goodbye to YouTube. No, sorry, Instagram. There, we're gonna keep this party going on YouTube. My dedicated fan base. All right, here we go. Oh. Complaint calls. Japanese man arrested for making 2,400 calls. That's 24,000 calls. Sight of polar bear dubbed with graffiti sparks outrage. Alright, so someone sprayed a polar bear with graffiti. To be honest, that is very brave. With T3 baffles Russia wildlife experts. Here's the thing, alright? Polar bears are the only animal in the world which will actively hunt humans, okay? So they will actually hunt humans, alright? To eat them. Other animals, if they come across a human, they might like go and kill them or whatever, but not so much intentionally. More of a kind of if they're backed in the corner, they feel threatened or whatever. These animals will actually travel like 2 miles or a mile or whatever to try and kill a human. They put their paw over their nose to hide their black nose. I love polar bears. So what I'm trying to say is whoever did this graffiti on the polar bear was probably one of the bravest people on the fucking planet, because a polar bear would fuck you up like fucking kill you. Like, we wouldn't even have, like, it'd be zero effort for him to kill you, like. And it's not like he's like, oh, I won't kill the human, oh. He's just like, you, come here to me. Polar bears are fucking class. The Guardian, BBC are both reporting on that polar bear thing. Trump blasts Moroccan over brain dead NATO remarks. I don't know what's going on with NATO, but who knows. Elon Musk testifies in California. Quote, pedo guy court case. Alright, what's going on here? The full story of Thailand's extraordinary cave rescue. Thai cave rescue a year on. Elon Musk reveals brain hacking plans. Okay. I have no idea what this story is about. I'm guessing it's just a yummy load of clickbait. Mr. Musk acknowledged paying 52,000, that's 4,000 sterling, to a man who had posed as a private detective to dig up information on Mr. Unsworth after it became clear he would be sued. An investigator turned out to be a con man, Mr. Musk said. Well, I'm definitely having a private investigator on my team. Like, I think if you have the power to have a fucking private investigator, and you'd be a fool not to. You gotta find out who you're fighting and all the rest of it. Musk's lawyer Alex said his opening statement that the term pedo guy was a common insult in South Africa, where the billionaire grew up, meaning creepy old man, and described the messages as joking, taunting tweets in a fight between men. Men! That's mad. I had no idea Muskie was from South. Man, that smell of paint. They must just be putting paint in these energy drinks, man. I don't know what they're putting in these ones. This is one hilarious thing. In his court testimony, Musk, who had looking at some cats out the window there, 29.8 million Twitter followers, said Mr. Unsworth comments were wrong and insulting, that's a quote, and so I insulted him back, asking, quote, it was unprovoked attack on what was a good-natured attempt to help the kids, end thing. Alright. As far as I know, I don't really know what this. There was something to do with like Elon Musk offered to, some kids were trapped in a cave or something, and Elon Musk offered they could use one of the submarines or something like that. And then the guy in charge of rescuing the kids said, no, we don't need one. And then Elon Musk made a slanderous comment because he didn't say he was a parody of Elon Musk. He didn't use that protective condom. He just went in raw. He didn't lube himself up like VeganSteven does. This is a parody of a podcast. This is 100% fictional. Alright, we are on Russia Today. Unfriendly and unjustified. It says, Moscow slams Germany's decision to expel 2 Russian diplomats, promises to retaliate. Alright, so the picture of the old embassy there. They're looking pissed. New Delhi keenly watches over Chinese ships sailing across Indian Ocean. Navy chief. Alright. The next one. I forgot for Pakistan. I hope I get justice. Former Pakistani President Musharraf Musharraf appears on TV from Dubai Hospital. Fair play. There's your boy Boris Johnson. It says Gossip Boys. Tesperu Bojo. They must call Boris Johnson Bojo. That's fucking hilarious. Bojo. I don't know if this is new, but I'm guessing that the Russians call Boris Johnson Bojo, just because I'm not well up on the news. So okay, here it goes. Once again, Gossip Boys. Teraju, then it says Bojo and Macron caught scoffing at Trump on hot mic at NATO summit. So they're talking to a mic that they didn't know was turned on, I'm guessing. That was just out today. And here it says, there's a picture of some naked women. They're looking nice. At least he's not selling coke, it says. Pablo Escobar's brother launching own folding smartphone as Twitter snorts with laughter. Nice pun. Germany expels 2 Russian diplomats over Berlin murder probe. Then it says, next one, students jump out of window as college burns in Ukraine. There's a video. Jesus. That's some weird snuff video, like, fuck me. As far as I know, a snuff video is a video where someone is killed or else murdered. And as far as I know, they're illegal. Alright, here we go. We have the comedy maestro himself, the king of comedy gold, Kim from North Korea. Let's find out what he's up to. He's on horseback. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're riding fucking 5 horses. They're all white. They're all wearing matching coats. They look fucking stylish as fuck. Kim Jong-un cuts his own hair because he doesn't trust anyone to cut his hair. He's a fashion icon. Let's find out what we have to say. North Korea's Kim rides. Whoa. Careful now. White. Oh jeez. Stud. Oh jeez, where's this going? Again. Oh my god. And sends Twitter experts into guessing frenzy. Photos. Okay. Well, I'm reading into this because he's the fucking comedy god. Here we go. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un's recent tour to Mount Pikachu, Paektu, Mount Pikachu, to visit historical sites might have gone unnoticed, but for a flurry of photos showing Kim on the back of a white horse leading the way through snowy terrain. Oh, that's fucking gas. He's leading the way. What an absolute knob jockey. Oh, he's absolutely hilarious. Alright, here we go. Do you guys know that the Winnie the Pooh was banned in China because the president thought it was making fun of him or some shit? So apparently you're not allowed to mention Winnie the Pooh in China. It's not mad. Anyway, silent, strong and swift. And then it says, there's a picture of some nice helicopters here, and it says, India celebrates Navy Day. Alright, whatever. Anything else trending today on the internet? Alright, here we go. There is a bit of Saturday Night Live that's trending. Yeah, I'm not sure if this is just related to my own YouTube account or if this is trending. Thanks to everyone. Okay, we're finishing up. We're getting ready to finish up the podcast. This is Irish news. Alright, is there... Okay, 1 hour ago. GAA losing sight of game with so many rule changes. Tyrone's Mickey Harty. 1 hour ago, it just says Irish news. Michael Colan determined to do a demolition job, very good, on Vladimir Nikitin. 10 hours ago, Irish news. It looks like he's boxing there. Schoolgirl viciously mugged and assaulted by gang on Dart. Yeah, well, that happens a good bit. Especially at, what's that bus stop called? Hope Junction, I think it is. Boy B to appeal conviction for murder of Anna Kingrel. So there's a bit of a murder going on there. Do we have any shit hot news? 4 family members face costs of up to 1,000k after damages claim thrown out. Okay, let's do a court, by the way. Kicking out. Shimmy was increasingly rare and priceless diamond. Seemingly, okay. Bit of mental health news. Check out yesterday's episode if you want to get that phone number for the old mental health. We talked about that yesterday. And mental health news. Okay. It says here, Metro, 5 hours ago, people with mental health issues need more help with money. Dundalk Democrat says mother's desperate plea to address mental health crisis in Louth. New Scientist says 20 hours ago says revealed mental health websites are selling your data. Oh Jesus! Well, everyone's selling your data, aren't they? Editor's Viewpoint. Belfast Telegraph 2 hours ago says mental health is as important as our grades. Fuck! Let's teach mental health in schools, people. Hopefully, I will be opening my own mental health course. Just on basic tried and tested methods like CBT, whoops, and cognitive behavioural therapy and there's plenty ones we'll be touching on. Just a nice little introductory, just some basic skills to deal with repetitive thoughts and patterns of thinking. See what the vegans are up to now today. Alright, vegans. Vegans, I love you, but you're absolute chancers. The crack you be getting up to. ABC News. There's a picture of a nice cake here 19 hours ago. Wait, this is the cans and alright, we shot, I think this is an ad because it's doing the rounds. It's all the same picture. That's a telltale sign. Alright, here we go. For a vegan diet to be healthy and complete, you really need ... Alright, whatever. That sounds like a common example of news, of ad masquerading as news. Okay. CNN, 3rd of December 2019. Check into a growing crop of vegan hostels. HOTELs. It must be hotels. HOTELS. According to research firm Global Data, veganism in the US grew by a whopping 600% from 2014 to 2017. Very nice. With vegans now making up 6% of ... Alright, so that's CNBC on the 2nd of... So that's 2 days old. 7 hours ago, 7 recipes for vegans trying Christmas. That's Brussels, Bustle. That's the name of that website. Is yeast vegan? Healthline asks. And there's somewhere called Free. That's the name of their website. And that's called America's First Vegan Butcher is fighting Nestle over whatever. Okay. Yeah, lots of vegans hate Nestle. You can look into that if you want. Let's see. Pick your battle. I'd recommend people pick their battles because you can't be fucking fighting everyone. KFC Insider. What the fuck's this about? There's a picture of a burger. Separate vegan chicken stations and box meals. Alright, so they're just giving out about how vegan food and non-vegan food is being prepared with the same tools. Alright. There's a funny story in the news there a while ago. I've even heard of it in real life a good bit. You know, when someone has their own place, a vegan has their own apartment or whatever, their own first house, and maybe friends or family come over and they're like, oh, I'll just cook this steak or whatever. And the vegan's like, no, you can't do that. You can't do that in my house. And the parents are like, why can't I cook a steak in your house? Why can't I order this to your house? And so on. So that's something everyone has to do their own thing on. I don't have any answers for that, but that is the crack with that. This is the VeganSteven podcast. It is 100% absolutely live. So yeah. Alright, we're going to leave it there, people. Today we talked about the Irish culture in TV, whether it's Damo and Ivor doing Rich and Poor, Poverty Wealth Divide, Derry Girls doing what was life for young women in Catholic school in the 90s during the Troubles in Ireland, or whether that's based with young offenders, with two young gentlemen under the age of 18 in Cork who experiment with alcohol, stealing, smoking weed, and general adventures. So there are three things I recommend. More so Damo the film. Yeah, sure. See how you get on. Right, that's everything. So if you don't mind, I've got a lot to do today. So good luck.